Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Sid.Brant. I'm coming back at you. Got another video. About to drop some more knowledge. I thank God for another day. Yet again, He's kept me. He's kept me. And He's kept you too, obviously, you watching this video. So give Him thanks, give Him praise. He is great. He is worthy, more than worthy to be praised. So, y'all, I showed y'all in the last supporting video how to make ads so you can get the people coming in, to sell their device and all that. So now that you got the people coming in, they knocking down your DMs, they knocking down your messenger, all that. They knocking it down, want to say these devices. You need to know how much you need to pay these people so that you can still make money off the deal. So today I'm gonna go in depth. I'm gonna show y'all how I quote devices. I got a few different scenarios I've made up, so I'm gonna try to cover all the bases so that y'all can be fully prepared to quote whatever device comes your way. So let's get into it. One more thing before I forget. Thank y'all for all the support y'all been showing me. It's been unreal. I've never expected YouTube to, actually work like this for me. It's amazing. We got over 80 something subscribers, real close to 100, y'all. I'm so grateful. We got a bunch of comments on the videos and stuff like that. Seems like y'all really like the content, so I'm gonna keep making it for y'all. I'm gonna keep it coming. I'm gonna try to give y'all as much as a little bit of knowledge I got that I can to help y'all out. If we got any new viewers, if you like the content, join the train, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate it greatly. If you got something to say in the comments, just drop it down. Like I said, if y'all got some suggestions for content and videos, things that y'all want to see, things that y'all want to know, let me know. And I'll try my best to get it out there for you. I read my comments all the time. I respond to the majority of them. So y'all, I'm speechless. I'm so thankful. But let's get into the video. All right, so you're talking to somebody, they contacted you and they like, hey, I got a phone I want to sell. So first, before you can quote the device, you got to find out the necessary information about the device. So you want to find out, let's say they say, I got a phone I want to sell. All right, first thing you need to find out is what model phone is it. So ask them, what model is it? So for this example, let's say they say, oh, I got an iPhone XR. You're like, okay. So then next thing you want to find out is who's the carrier of the device. So ask them, who's the service provider of the phone? And then they'd be like, let's say they say T-Mobile. So then you're like, okay, what condition is it in? Does it have any damage or problems? And then they're like, no, it's in perfect condition. They're always perfect condition. Leave it to the customer. That covers condition and functionality. So finally, you want to ask about financials. So ask them, is this device paid off or is it financed? Okay, let's say this one is financed. So then what you can do sometime is ask them how much they're letting the phone or the device go for. Because sometimes they'll lowball themselves because they're looking for a certain amount of money, let's say to pay a bill or something like that. So let's say they're looking for $100 for this device. So at this point, what you want to do is you want to quote the information they gave you. All right. So in order to quote the information, I made some examples right here. So we got, let's start with the top one. An iPhone XR is 64 gigabyte and it's with T-Mobile. The big thing here is the fact that they said the phone's with T-Mobile. So T-Mobile phones, Sprint phones, Metro PCS's phones, US Cellular, Xfinity, AT&T, Cricket, who else am I forgetting? Straight Talk, definitely Straight Talk. All those phones, you want to quote them as bad ESN if they're financed. because those companies do not automatically unlock their phone after a certain period of time. You have to request it from majority of those companies. The only really lenient one out of all of them is AT&T, because you don't have to actually call them to request it. You can go to their unlock portal if the phone is paid off, and you can request the unlock just off the, I believe it's the IMEI number of the device. But Verizon, after a certain period of time, even if you didn't pay the phone off, they unlock the phone for you. So, what you want to do first is go to eBay. So we're gonna type up here is iPhone XR check. All right, we're gonna search that. So now over here in filters, we're gonna hit filter. So we're gonna click sold items. And now we're gonna try switching it to cell phones and smartphones. All right, good. So it did it that time. So storage capacity, we said, so I set it at the lowest because that's gonna give you a baseline price. So 64 gigabyte. And we wanna do the model, Apple iPhone XR. So now this is where we're gonna get our quote from. So our phone, we said, was a T-Mobile phone. So first we're gonna look for T-Mobile phones, and we're gonna use those as our guideline. So I'm gonna open up this split screen view. So now that's my eBay at the top, and this is my calculator at the bottom. So this first one won't work because it says it's unlocked. This second one is locked for some remote managed looking thing, remote management. Apple iPhone XR, black T-Mobile, deep scratches checked. All right, we can use this one. So we're gonna put $227.99. This one is unlocked. This one, T-Mobile, okay, we can use this one. $289.99. $289. Oh, my bad. Plus $289.99. Keep looking. That's Verizon. That's Boost Mobile. T-Mobile. Here's another one. All right, so my bad again. Plus $224.95 plus. Goes another T-Mobile. This one is cracked though, so the phone we're quoting isn't cracked. So we're gonna keep looking. All right, this one, $229.99, $229.99 plus. And we'll do one more. I like the number 5. AT&T, not that one. This T-Mobile one is cracked. This is a Cricket one. So Metro, Sprint, and T-Mobile are like the same. So this one we can use because they're all under the same umbrella. So $199.99 plus $11.85 shipping. So that's $211.84. $211.84. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got our 5 devices. Adding them all together. And now we're going to divide that by the amount that we quoted. So 5. So divide that by 5. Because there's 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And equals 236,952.952. All right. So that's our average of those 5 devices. So I'm not going to sell it for that price. What I usually do, I look at the numbers here and I see, okay, that $289.99 was an outlier. So our average looks to be around $225. So even though it came out to $236.95, I'm gonna quote this device at $224.95, and I always put it at 95. So So $224.95 is what we would buy, or what we would sell this phone on eBay for. So now we know what price we can sell it for on eBay. So now we need to find out how much we can pay the customer and still make a profit off the device. So to do that, I use this app right here, Sheets, Google Sheets. It's free. What you do, you create you an account or whatever, and then you come here and you see this estimator here. This is what I use. This is a sheet. It's like Microsoft Excel, so you can use Excel too. Same thing. But this estimator is what I use. So I'll type in my price here. I already got it in, $224.95, and then I'll change this number here for pickup price. This is how much I pay the customer. So let's say I pay $100 for this device. Then you see the selling fee from eBay would be $32.29. The shipping would be $10. Is what I estimate at. That's probably a little high. And then the profit is $82.66. So let me show you how to make this estimator from scratch. So first off, hit this plus at the bottom and hit new spreadsheet. So this new spreadsheet, we got pickup price in slot 1. So type in pickup price. Then we got selling price. Okay. Then we got eBay fees. Okay. Next, shipping. And finally, profit. I overestimate the shipping price at $10 because it's better to overestimate than underestimate. It'll just mean you get more profit in the end. And like I said, this is an estimator, so it's not exact, but it tells you real close of how much money you make. So profit, our profit is going to be our selling price. So we're going to hit this inner text formula at the bottom, this FX, hit equals, and then we're going to do our selling price. So just click the box and you see it populated that B2 selling price, and that's going to be minus, or you can use the minus up here. And we're going to open up parentheses and put all our fees in. So our fees are going to be, click on the box, pickup price plus eBay fees plus shipping. And then close parentheses, hit the check. This is one that you change depending on how much you want to pay for a device. So for right now, we're going to put $0 selling price. For this phone, we know it's $224.95. So this is the price you get from eBay from doing your quote. So that's where you put this number at, under selling price. So finally, our eBay fees is going to be a formula, and I'll explain that formula as I type it. So first, hit your equals, open parentheses. So it's going to be our selling price plus, open another parentheses, our selling price again times 13.3%. So 0.133. Close parentheses. Close parentheses. So this is our overall selling price. So eBay charges the person who buys your device taxes, and eBay's fee is based off your selling fee plus taxes. So all this says right here, that B2 is selling fee, and then the second parentheses, B2 times 13.3% is taxes. So selling fee plus taxes, and then that's going to be multiplied by, so in the category of electronics, eBay charges or takes 12.55% of this overall purchase. So 0.1255 plus, so they charge also 30 cents per transaction, but we're only selling one device per listing, so it's only one transaction. So plus 0.30, which is 30 cents, like literally 3 dimes. All right, hit check. 32.29. So eBay is going to take 32.29 cent. 32.29 cent. eBay is going to take $32.29 from us selling at this price. So if we paid them nothing for this phone, we make $182.66. But that's obviously not going to happen. So let's start at 100. So at $100, we make $82.66 profit. So what I try to do with older devices, you don't make as much profit because there's not much value to the older devices. With newer devices, I try to shoot for at least $100 to $120, $140 profit. So this XR falls in like the mid-range. So this number, $100, is actually a good place to be. So that means the customer will make $100 and you will make $82.66. So I'm not in this business to scam nobody. I ain't trying to, take an old lady for a 13 Pro Max for $50. That's highway robbery. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night doing stuff like that. So I get my $80, they get $100 if they agree to the price. So the person could be difficult and be like, could you not do more than that? I paid $699 for this phone when it first came out. And then at that point, you have to explain to the person, all right, so this phone you said is not paid off with T-Mobile. And what T-Mobile, Sprint, Metro PCS usually do is they block the devices from being used again if you stop making payments on it. So this phone probably be used for parts or something like that. So it's not, a usable device anymore. They're like, could you do like $20 more or something like that? Put 120 in. At 120, you're still making $62.66 about. So at that point, just take the win, take the $60 profit. Because, it's $60 you're making as opposed to nothing. So at this point, I'd be like, yes, I can do 120, and then I'll make the $60 off the device. And everybody's happy. All right, this video, I don't want to make it too long, so I doubt I'll be able to do all of these scenarios, these examples. But let's do the Galaxy Note 10 Plus unlock with a cracked screen next. I'm going to type in Galaxy, if I could spell, Note 10 Plus crack. All right, hit search. So over here on filters, we're gonna do cell phones and smartphones for the category. For the model, we're gonna do Note 10 Plus. And we're gonna come down here, hit sold items. All right. So 256 gigabyte is the lowest this comes in. Storage capacity. Those who put 128, I don't think it comes in 128. So we're gonna quote it based off of this 256 gigabyte number. And you can see it says it has 48 devices under that. That's how you can know that's the most common configuration for storage it comes in. So for 256 gigabyte, we're not going to use this first one. It says it has an ESN error. Ours is unlocked. Note 10 Plus unlocked. This one is for AT&T, so no, we can't do that one. This one we can do. Ah man, I hit back. My bad, y'all. So So back to it was this one. Open our multi-screen. $159.95 plus it's an AT&T phone. This one too. This one is Verizon. So like I told y'all, Verizon unlocks phones sometimes after a certain amount of time. I don't know that exact date, amount of time, but $209.99 plus. So this one is Sprint. That's not what we want. Crack Note 10 Plus Verizon. So we can use this one also. 210 plus. And that's 200 plus the $10 shipping. It's a T-Mobile only Note. This one, Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Unlock crack screen. Yep, we can do that one. But that's dang. They saw that. That seems a little high to me. I'm gonna look and see if we can find another one. AT&T, Xfinity, unlock. So let's use this one. It's $245. Crack screen. $245. And let's do this $250 also. Plus $250. So what you gotta look out for whenever you do these crack screen ones is make sure it's cracked in the same places. So if you got one that's cracked on the front and back, make sure the one you're quoting says cracked on the front and back, not just front, not just back. It makes a difference. But we got our 5, so equals divided by 5, $214.98. And yeah, it's pretty close to what we were seeing. So I'd actually list this phone right here at the $214. Instead of 90, I always put 95. It feel like a good sales tactic. So I put $214.95 for this Galaxy Note 10 Plus. So we go to our estimator. Put $214.95. And what I do, what y'all seen on my other estimator right here, I put the phones and what I quote them to sell for and what my price is that I'm trying to pay the person for here under it. So I'm gonna do that in this one. That 54 seems a little low to start at because it don't give you no negotiating room. So let's see what 80 looks like here. If we pay them 80, we make 94.09. So I'd start here. I'd be like, okay, for these, I pay $80 in the current condition. And if they push back, then it's the same thing. See what 100 will do for you. Pay 100, you make 74. That's still good. So if you got to, go up to 100. But if not, do the 80, call it a day. And you done made off these two devices 60 and 70. That's $130, about $140 profit off of two devices, which is good. All right, my good people. So now y'all know how to appraise and quote a device. It's not hard. The formula might be a little confusing, but that's been done for you obviously already. So utilize these tools in the ways that y'all will. If not, then if you're just here to watch the content for enjoyment, then hey, enjoy the content. I appreciate it either way. Y'all, I appreciate it all. Y'all been good to me, and I'm grateful. So y'all keep grinding. If you're trying this stuff out, be safe out there. Be smart about it. And ain't much more for me to say. I appreciate the views. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. My name is SidBrant. I'm out. Peace.